Well, recognize him, sweetheart? And if you don't, there's a clue. Captain Cook's Landing. This is another of these significant places. Do you remember that place just in Canary Wharf called Virginia Key that I took you to once, and the significance of that as regarding the settlement of what was to become the USA? And it's something similar here. It was in 1769 that Captain Cook dropped anchor somewhere out there. I don't think anyone knows the precise spot, and I don't think anyone knows the precise spot where he actually stepped ashore, but it was certainly somewhere around this vicinity. And he was actually in this part of the world, it seemed to be more for astrological reasons than anything else. This bay is called Mercury Bay, and because they were trying to watch the transit of Mercury across the sun or something like that, and at some other time in that time period of the world, they were trying to watch the transit of Venus across the sun. And I think they were doing that, one of the reasons was to determine longitude. And if you go to Greenwich, go to the museum there, which of course we will do one day, there is something about the hunt for the ability to figure out longitude. Latitude apparently was no problem, but they needed longitude in order to sort of figure out precise locations. And it's all to do with astrology and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was, I think, November, it says 1769, that Captain Cook planted the flag of Great Britain on behalf of King George III. The Madness of King George. You've seen that film? And he's the one that I think has often got the brunt of many a USA opinion, when if anything it was actually Lord Halifax that deserves the brunt and not King George III. But there you go anyway. So yes, it was around here that flag was planted, and the rest, as they say, is indeed history. Bye, darling. One final thing, my love. It seems kind of appropriate and significant that for myself, this is quite likely the last video that I will be taking in New Zealand, at least for this trip. And it seems sort of odd to be doing that at the place where it's quite likely, but I think no one knows for absolutely certain, that this was the spot that the first Englishman set foot on what is now New Zealand. And so, for me, as an Englishman, darling, it sort of seems fitting that this is the last spot from which I will be taking a video on this trip to New Zealand. And hopefully, sweetheart, you will be with me on the next trip to New Zealand. Say goodbye to the car. Love you lots. Bye bye.